Hey YouTube, it's me, Mr. Lawless. I'm going to make this video real quick. Actually working on a different video, but this one I have to make. Rand Paul endorsement Mitt Romney. A lot of people's already talked about it, made videos on it. I want to give you a little different take on the matter. Okay, there's a few different trains of thoughts here. A lot of people are saying, oh, maybe Rand Paul made a secret deal with Mitt Romney. You can't deal with the devil. Everybody knows that. All the Liberty people know that. You can't make deals with Mitt Romney and think he's going to stick to them. So I don't really think that that's what's going on. And then a lot of people say, oh, Rand Paul's just looking out for his career and he's endorsing. Something happened. Okay, look, like a week ago, we had the Bilderburg meeting. And a lot of interesting things happened at the Bilderburg meeting. And Mitt Romney was in attendance at the Bilderburg meeting. Even though he says he wasn't, think about it. He disappeared for 3 days. Nothing was on his schedule for those 3 days. Eyewitnesses that worked there at the hotel said they seen Mitt Romney there. I tend to believe that Mitt Romney was at Bilderberg. I think the two may be related. I don't think that Rand Paul is going to be the VP. I don't think Ron Paul is going to be the VP. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Rand Paul did this. But I have to be honest with you. There's no alarms going off in my head. Ron Paul is almost 80 years old. And I want more than anything for him to be president. But I got to be honest with you. If Ron Paul isn't the president, he's done so much for liberty and freedom and the Constitution. He's woke up a whole generation. He's woken up our generation to freedom and liberty. And we can stand on his shoulders. Now, I'll see you in Tampa either way. I don't really care what Rand does or who Rand endorses. I don't care. But what does it mean? Well, there was rumors at Bilderberg. I don't know, a lot of you watch a lot of the alternative media. And there was some rumors that came out that Bilderberg is actually in there. A few members of Bilderberg was in there actually wishing harm would come to Ron Paul and his supporters. And you know, I'm cutting Rand Paul a little slack here because we don't know the full story. And until Ron comes out, until everything starts to seem a little bit more clear, I'm cutting Rand some slack because I don't think Rand is I'm going to cut Rand Paul some slack. I don't think he's a traitor to liberty. I don't know what's going on. My gut tells me that he probably had a good reason to do what he did. I don't think it's for political expediency. I don't think it was for money. I don't think it was for political capital. And I really hope that it wasn't blackmail. And I hope it wasn't because someone was threatening Rand Paul or the family or Ron Paul's life or something like that. I don't know. Very well could be. But I'll tell you what, on Bilderberg and Mitt Romney attending Bilderberg, a complete violation of the Logan Act. Really, criminals. I mean, our whole government's just a bunch of criminals anymore. It's like they enter office as criminals already. I will say this about Bilderberg, because if the rumor's true that they were there threatening Ron Paul, you know, wishing harm to come to him, if you guys ever hurt Ron Paul, you're going to have to hurt a lot of us. Because believe me, we're not going to lay down if you guys do anything to Ron Paul. So, I'm cutting Rand Paul some slack on this one. I don't know why he did what he did. I'm going to trust his judgment in this one. Like I said, we don't know everything. Something's going on here. Completely out of character. But like I said, I really think that the Bilderberg meeting that Mitt Romney attended last week and this endorsement of Rand Paul all of a sudden are connected. I don't know if the government's freaking out because they're afraid that Tampa is going to lead to some kind of civil war. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I'm telling you, something's going on behind the scenes that none of us are privy to. I don't think Ron Paul is a traitor. I don't think Rand Paul is a traitor. I've heard all kinds of stuff. And the Daily Paul, they're going crazy over there. I was reading the comments. You know what's funny about the Daily Paul, though, is that like half of them up in, in Maine and Iowa, about half of them over the Daily Paul's like, there is no fraud in the primaries or caucuses. There's no fraud. It's just we're not turning out. We're not doing good enough. We're not turning out to vote. We're not campaigning enough. We're not volunteering enough. We gotta do more. Then after California and Texas and Kentucky came in, like 100% of Daily Paul is now like, there's fraud. It's all rigged. The primaries are rigged. And if you needed more evidence that the primaries were rigged, look no further than Kentucky, Texas, and California, where Ron Paul magically always came in between 10 and 13%, county by county and state by state. When we all know that nobody's turning out to vote for Mitt Romney. He's the nominee. All of his supporters think he's already the nominee. Why would anybody be going out and voting for Mitt Romney of the 10 supporters that he has in the state already anyhow? Like, he has 10 supporters in the state. You know what I mean? Nobody's shown up to vote for that guy. He has no real core support. Meanwhile, Ron Paul's filling stadiums of 10,000 people. We're all showing up to vote. Primaries are rigged. I truly believe that the voting machines, anytime there's a Diebold or some other kind of voting machine and you're voting on it in these primaries, it doesn't count. It's all preloaded onto their cartridge. It's I think there's a movie called Hacking Democracy. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. And I guess I was ranting. I know. I want to know what you guys think about the whole Rand Paul thing. Put it down there. Was he blackmailed? Are they threatening Ron Paul's life? Are they threatening the family? Is he really doing this just because he's a sellout? What do you guys think? I'll go back and forth with you on this one. Comment below. Lawless out.